Day 107, Royal Kingdom, 1 Samuel 11-12, Psalm 54. Let's begin. 1 Samuel 11:12. And about a month afterward, it happened that Nahash the Ammonite ascended and began to fight against Jabesh Gilead. And all the men of Jabesh said to Nahash, "Consider a pact with us, and we will serve you." And Nahash the Ammonite responded to them, "With this will I strike a pact with you, if I may pluck out all your right eyes, and set you as a disgrace against all of Israel." And the elders of Jabesh said to him, "Grant to us 7 days, so that we may send messengers to all the borders of Israel. And if there is no one who may defend us, we will go out to you." Therefore, the messengers arrived at Gibeah of Saul. And they spoke these words in the hearing of the people. And all the people lifted up their voice and wept. And behold, Saul arrived, following oxen from the field. And he said, "What has happened to the people that they would weep?" And they explained to him the words of the men from Jabesh. And the Spirit of the Lord rose up within Saul when he had heard these words, and his fury was enraged exceedingly. And taking both the oxen, he cut them into pieces, and he sent them into all the borders of Israel, by the hands of messengers, saying, "Whoever will not go out and follow Saul and Samuel, so shall it be done to his oxen." Therefore, the fear of the Lord entered into the people, and they went out like one man. And he took a census of them at Bezek. And there were 300,000 of the sons of Israel. And there were 30,000 of the men of Judah. And they said to the messengers who had arrived, "So shall you say to the men who are of Jabesh Gilead, Tomorrow, when the sun will be hot, you shall have salvation." Therefore, the messengers went and announced it to the men of Jabesh, who became joyful. And they said in the morning, "We will go out to you, and you may do whatever you please with us." And it happened that, when the next day had arrived, Saul arranged the people into 3 parts. And he entered into the middle of the camp at the early morning watch, and he struck down the Ammonites until the day grew hot. Then the remainder were dispersed, so much so that not even 2 of them were left together. And the people said to Samuel, "Who is the one who said, 'Should Saul reign over us? Present the men, and we will put them to death.' And Saul said, 'No one shall be killed on this day. For today the Lord has accomplished salvation in Israel.' Then Samuel said to the people, 'Come, and let us go to Gilgal, and let us renew the kingdom there.' And all the people traveled to Gilgal. And there they made Saul king, in the sight of the Lord at Gilgal. And there they immolated victims of peace, before the Lord. And there Saul and all the men of Israel rejoiced exceedingly. Then Samuel said to all of Israel, 'Behold, I have listened to your voice, according to all that you have said to me, and I have appointed a king over you. And now the king advances before you. But I am old, and have gray hair. Moreover, my sons are with you. And so, having conversed before you from my youth, even until this day, behold, I am here. Speak about me before the Lord, and before his Christ, as to whether I have taken anyone's ox or donkey, or whether I have falsely accused anyone, or whether I have oppressed anyone, or whether I have accepted a bribe from the hand of anyone, and I will repudiate the same, this day, and I will restore it to you." And they said, "You have not falsely accused us, nor oppressed us, nor have you taken anything from the hand of anyone." And he said to them, "The Lord is a witness against you, and his Christ is a witness this day, that you have not found anything in my hand." And they said, "He is the witness." And Samuel said to the people, "It is the Lord who appointed Moses and Aaron, and who led our fathers away from the land of Egypt. Now therefore stand, so that I may contend in judgment against you before the Lord, about all the mercies of the Lord, which he has given to you and to your fathers. How Jacob entered into Egypt, and your fathers cried out to the Lord. And the Lord sent Moses and Aaron, and he led your fathers away from Egypt, and he transferred them to this place. But they forgot the Lord their God, and so he delivered them into the hand of Sisera, master of the army of Hazor, and into the hand of the Philistines, and into the hand of the king of Moab. And they fought against them. But afterward they cried out to the Lord, and they said, We have sinned, because we have forsaken the Lord, and we have served the Baals and Ashtaroth. Now therefore, rescue us from the hand of our enemies, and we will serve you. And the Lord sent Jerubbaal, and Bedan, and Jephthah, and Samuel, and he rescued you from the hand of your enemies all around, and you lived in confidence. Then, seeing that Nahash, the king of the sons of Ammon, had arrived against you, you said to me, By no means. Instead, a king shall reign over us, even though the Lord your God was reigning over you. Now therefore your king is present, whom you chose and requested. Behold, the Lord has given you a king. If you will fear the Lord, and serve him, and listen to his voice, and not provoke the mouth of the Lord, then both you, and the king who rules over you, will be following the Lord your God. But if you will not listen to the voice of the Lord, but instead you provoke his words, then the hand of the Lord will be over you and over your fathers. Therefore, stand now, and see this great thing, which the Lord will accomplish in your sight. Is it not the harvest of the wheat today? I will call upon the Lord, and he will send thunder and rain. And you will know and see that you have done a great evil in the sight of the Lord by petitioning for a king over you. And Samuel cried out to the Lord, and the Lord sent thunder and rain on that day. And all the people feared the Lord and Samuel exceedingly. And all the people said to Samuel, Pray, on behalf of your servants, to the Lord your God, so that we may not die. For we have added to all our sins this evil, that we would petition for a king. Then Samuel said to the people, Do not be afraid. You have done all this evil. Yet truly, do not choose to withdraw from the back of the Lord. Instead, serve the Lord with all your heart. And do not choose to turn aside after vanities, which will never benefit you, nor rescue you, since they are empty. And the Lord will not abandon his people, because of his great name. For the Lord has sworn to make you his people. So then, far be it from me, this sin against the Lord, that I would cease to pray for you. And so, I will teach you the good and upright way. Therefore, fear the Lord, and serve him in truth and from your whole heart. For you have seen the great works that he has done among you. But if you persevere in wickedness, both you and your king will perish together. Psalm 54. Unto the end. In verses, the understanding of David. Listen to my prayer, O God, and despise not my supplication. Be attentive to me, and heed me. I have been grieved in my training, and I have been disturbed. At the voice of the adversary, and at the tribulation of the sinner. For they have diverted iniquities toward me, and they have been harassing me with rage. My heart has become disturbed within me, and the dread of death has fallen over me. Fear and trembling have overwhelmed me, and darkness has buried me. And I said, Who will give me wings like the dove, so that I may fly away and take rest? Behold, I have fled far away, and I linger in solitude. I waited for him who saved me from a weak-minded spirit and from a tempest. Cast them down, O Lord, and divide their tongues. For I have seen iniquity and contradiction in the city. Day and night, iniquity will surround it upon its walls, and hardship is in its midst. With injustice and usury and deceit have not fallen away from its streets. For if my enemy had spoken evil about me, certainly, I would have sustained it. And if he who hated me had been speaking great things against me, I would perhaps have hidden myself from him. Truly, you are a man of one mind, my leader and my acquaintance, who took sweet food together with me. In the house of God, we walked side by side. Let death come upon them, and let them descend alive into hellfire. For there is wickedness in their dwellings, in their midst. But I have cried out to God, and the Lord will save me. Evening and morning and midday, I will discourse and announce, and he will heed my voice. He will redeem my soul in peace from those who draw near to me. For, among the many, they were with me. God will hear, and he who is before time will humble them. For there is no change with them, and they have not feared God. He has stretched forth his hand in retribution. They have contaminated his covenant. They were divided by the wrath of his countenance, and his heart has drawn near. His words are smoother than oil, and they are arrows. Cast your cares upon the Lord, and he will nurture you. He will not allow the just to be tossed about forever. Truly, O God, You will lead them away into the well of death. Bloody and deceitful men will not divide their days in half. But I will hope in you, O Lord,